I'm Michelle Knight, I'm producer at Oxford Playhouse.
Brilliant. And so how are you feeling overall about the conference so far? How did the morning session go for you, and then what panel did you attend?
Great. I attended the panel discussion about artists and audiences, which is something I always like hearing conversation and debate about. It was quite an active session, which was great, lots of conversation from the floor. Lots of comments made about desperately wanting to hear more voices from artists, in that we were very aware in the room we were talking about the relationship between artists and audiences, and yet most of the voices in the room speaking were from people in, if you like, brokering positions professionally, so producers or managers or presenters. There was a cry, a plea, and we were all delighted when one or two artists dared to admit to being artists and wanted to contribute to the conversation, which was great. A lot of conversation about the ideas around democratisation of culture and what that means for the roles of people in those brokering positions. I came away with lots of thoughts about democracy as a principle by which we may or may not want to shape the landscape of the cultural sector, and thinking about what democracy offers but also what it doesn't offer, and whether things around variety and ecology are actually more useful structures for us to be thinking about, as opposed to mass democratisation. Whether actually the principle about democracy of everybody having a voice doesn't always translate through the reality of going with then the mass voice and negating the voices that don't get their way in a democracy. So actually whether a varied ecology where everyone can find something that does speak to them is actually a more useful sort of allegory or metaphor to be thinking about structuring the way we offer culture being around was an interesting thought I came away with. But yeah, so far so good.
Brilliant. Okay, well that's really good, thanks.